Key takeaways are, one of the biggest ones is ask for help.
Yeah, as Black
So
women, we struggle with asking for help. So yes, definitely.
pinpoint that and see where you can get help. I think really solidifying the brand itself and what I was trying to do versus what I was doing. So marrying the two so that they're in alignment with how I foresee my business growing.
Mhm.
A lot of foundational work. So as somebody who works full time, I mean, you have insight to how businesses run, but you don't really have insight to how you start. So building different systems, making sure that there are certain things that are touch and go rather than having to spend so much time when you really don't have time focusing on aspects. And then just also highlighting the skills that I already had and where I could shift them to fit into this whole ordeal as well.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, we one thing that was great about you is because you were very smart, you already had a lot of the stuff in your wheelhouse. It was just frenetic and all over the place and it was unclear.
Love that. Like if I could
Yeah.
embody it in one thing.
So
Yeah.
a lot of the work that we did was just teasing it out and saying, okay, this is in this bucket. This is in this bucket. I know one of the exercises we did was really trying to identify what are your income streams, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was such a hard conversation because I kept asking, like, how do you make money? And you're like, well, I do this, and sometimes it looks like this, and sometimes it's like, and I'm like, okay, how do we streamline this so that we have one consistent streams of income that are clear cut, right? So we worked on that. And then we worked on how do you actually present your brand? That was the biggest thing, right? Are you Ebony as an individual, as a facilitator? Are you an author or a speaker based on just that identity? Or are you, someone that combines all of those things and is able to kind of put custom programs together through content creation? Like there was a lot of different brands going on. And again, because you do have that strong branded mindset, like you've already built a killer brand as a personal blogger, I found that just helping you tease out your business brand was definitely something that we worked through. Okay. Last question. If you have any advice for anyone that's thinking about entrepreneurship, thinking about this program, thinking about just what you've gone through the last couple of months, what advice would you give them?
Being an entrepreneur is so much more than I want to start a business, so I'm going to start a business.
Mm.
There's so many other steps. Like, yes, get to that point and build it, but don't think it just starts and stops there. And get used to, not in a negative way, because being a student is wonderful, but just get used to always being a student because you don't actually know what you're doing. And that's also okay. That's okay. You can make it without always knowing what you're doing because there are people who know what they're doing. So rely on those people. Yemi is one of those
AKA, I
people.
know what I'm doing when I'm helping others. When I'm helping myself, I also have a coach. Everybody needs
Exactly.
a coach.
Even a therapist needs a therapist, a doctor needs a doctor. So don't pigeonhole yourself into doing it alone because it's your baby and you love it, but you can't. It's not possible, not sustainable.
Well, thank you so much. This was great. This was great. I enjoyed working with you. Over the last couple of months, I know that you're going through, still more transitions, and I can't wait to see all of the news that comes through. Um, Maybe last question. We saw a few results through the program. Um, can you tell us about any of those results?
I can. Uh, which they just look different than how I imagine success to look, which in my mind it was you're doing more and you're doing all of these things and all of these things are happening. Um, but I think the success was really finding ways that I could give myself time back. So
Mhm.
instead of doing a trillion things out of scarcity mindset to think you're going to get where you're going to get, spend that time building the foundations and having really strong pillars. So you're not looking to do a trillion different things. So a lot of it ended up looking like I'm not doing anything, but a lot of it, and it feels that way too, but a lot of it is doing work that you just didn't know had to be done in order to build the longevity, the sustainability of what you're building. And then other successes also look like securing a grant. So also believing in.
How large is this grant? What is this grant?
$10,000, American Express Canada.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I think even just like continuing that mindset of pushing through and pitching and reaching out and connecting, even when you think like you're not doing it or it's not going to work, was another huge success. And just getting to build a strong relationship with somebody who knows what they're doing and is actually dedicated and excited to see you do well. So thank you. I appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you. Also, we had a lot of fun.
It was a grand old time. We had a time.
It was a lot of fun. Well, thank you so much. Again, if you need me, feel free to reach out. It is definitely not goodbye. I'm always going to be here. I'm in the city, so, maybe we can grab lunch.
Yes, I'm there now too. Soon.
I love it. Maybe we can grab lunch and not talk about work or anything.